Hi, I'm Benjamin Low, author of Master Math Models, and my mission is to make difficult questions easy for children to understand so that they too can love and enjoy maths. If you want to learn more about quick and easy ways to understand and learn maths, hit the subscribe button below and use the link below to let me know if you have any questions you would like me to answer. So let's begin on this question. So the first thing to do in any question is always to focus on the keywords. And in this question, the keywords are Gerard spent $80 on a bag. So $80 and bag are the keywords. And 2/5 of the remaining money on some pens. Now remember that the denominator always represents the words that come after of, provided the fraction doesn't have a unit. All right, so in this case, 5 represents the remaining money. 2 represents something else. What do you think it is? Right, if your answer was that it represents the pence, then you are perfectly right. Well done. Next, we have a fraction 1/3. What do you think 3 represents? Okay, if you did exactly what I taught you earlier, you would have said 3 is his original money. And the reason is because this comes after the word of. What about 1? Okay, if you said left, then you are right. So, what are the next things? How much money did Gerard have at first? Now, the keyword here is at first, and it is money. And in B, it gives you information, and it says that each pen costs $5, and the question is, how many pens did he buy? So let's begin on the question. Now, one of the bad habits that students have is to think too much about the question, but instead, in modeling, one of the strengths is simply to start. So we will start with the first fraction, and in the first fraction, we have 5 units as the denominator. Okay, this represents the remaining money. So since it is the remainder and not the original sum of money, you want to draw this model starting from on the right, because later on we'll be adding some units in front to complete the entire model. So this represents the 5 units. Okay, very quickly, just break it into 5 boxes. And of these 5 units, 2 of these units represents the pens. And the 5 units represents the remainder. So we are going to put both of these labels into the model. Right? So let's begin to do that. This would be the remainder, and this would represent the pens. Maybe I should just put remainder here, and this would represent the pens. And of course, he was left with 1/3 of his original sum of money. So this is the amount that is left. Okay, so I'm just going to put in the words now to label it. Remainder, pens, plural, okay, because there's more than one, and left. All right, so this completes our remainder model. So let's go back to the question, and the question says that he was left with 1/3 of the original amount. So if this 1 is what is left, then it means that this represents 1/3 of the money that he had at first. If this is 1/3 of his money, and it is shown by 3 boxes, then what we want to do is we want to take 1/3 and change the numerator into 3, because the 3 here represents the left. And this means that the denominator is how much? Okay, if your answer is that the denominator is 9, then you are right. Because what we do is that whatever we multiply to the top, we do to the bottom, and that gives me 9. So this means that my original model, his money, is actually 9 boxes. So if that is the case, can you tell me how many of these boxes or units are missing? Okay, if your answer was 4, then you are right. And the reason for that is because there are 9 and I already have 5. So I need another 4 boxes. So I'm going to draw 4 boxes now. And it goes over here. Okay, it is roughly the size of the other 4 boxes that you see here. Okay, it doesn't have to be very precise as long as you understand what you're doing. So this represents the entire model right from the beginning. And we are going to label that before we forget. And we are going to put here the money that he had at first. So this is his money at first. Okay, very good. So with this, what are we going to do? So look for other information in this question, and what information have we not used? Your answer is that he spent 80 on a bag, then you are right. So do you see the bag here? The answer is no. So if the bag is not here, we will need to put it in. If this is the left and this is the pens, then this has to be the bags. So I'm just going to label that. Put the word bag over here. And since the bag is given as $80, then this is $80. Okay, so with this, I can begin to answer the question. How much money did Gerard have at first? The first question. Okay, in other words, I want to find this. Well, as you can see, 4 units is $80. So from here, if 4 units is $80, then 1 unit is 80 divided by 4 to give us $20. And if 1 unit is $20, how do I find the money at first? What do you think? If you said 9 units is his money at first, and you're right, then what we do is we take $20 and we multiply this by 9 to give us an answer of $180. And so we have answered the first question. How much money did he have at first? The second question says that each pen costs $5 over here. So if each pen costs $5, how many pens did he buy? Well, you can see the word pens here, and it's shown by 2 units. So first we need to know how much was spent on all the pens. How do I do that? Can you tell me? Okay, so if you said to find the amount of money that he spent on the pens, we have to find 2 units, then you are right. And the way to do that now is to take $20, which is 1 unit. You can see that over here. And multiply this by 2. So I'm going to multiply this by 2, and this gives me $40. So if he spent $40 on all his pens, then how much did he spend on 1 pen? Well, if each pen costs $5, then to find how many pens, all I got to do is take $40 and divide this by 5. And that will give me 8 pens. And that is the answer to the question. Remember to hit the subscribe button below to get more resources on how to make maths easy for you or your child. See you.